Oh hey, it's been a little while, hasn't it? I think I posted my video talking about my ADHD like 6 months ago, and I promised an update soon. Well, here you go. How are you? Have you been doing well? I thought I'd just chat to the camera while I'm building this shelf, as you can see. My living room gets quite hot in the summer apparently, and I needed something with a door to store my records in because I'm terrified of them warping, like it's a special paranoia. What I can only put on a par with having a pet or having kids. But I hope you're doing really well. Because I posted that video talking about my ADHD, God, like 6 months ago, like I said, and it did so much more than I thought it would. Because obviously like 400 views, I'm obviously not a big YouTuber, I'm not even like a medium or a small one, I'm just kind of there. All 100 of you. But there are just people who have messaged me saying that it really resonated with them, and I'm surprised because it was, yeah, I thought some people would, but I didn't think that many people who I know would. And it's like not necessarily even like my best friend or close friend, just people who are in my life, you know, who I've met along the way, who just watched it and connected with it, and I thought that was amazing. And yeah, a couple of people have actually gone to the doctors off the back of that video, and it's just amazing. I'm really happy for them. Posting that one thing meant that they realised that they could have it, you know, because that's exactly what happened to me. I saw a YouTube video and I connected with it, and I realised I had ADHD, and I went to the doctor and then I got diagnosed, and now we're here. So yeah, it was just wonderful, really. I was gonna take 2 seconds, but I had the power to edit, but never mind. Oh. Whoops. So can you see, it's like perfect record size, and it's got a door. So hopefully, while I'm filming this, I can build it, because I need to do something while I'm filming. So yeah, the diagnosis has been, it's kind of like, you realise you have it, and when you get diagnosed, that's the real start of the journey. They put me on Elvance, or Vyvanse if you're in America. I started on 15 milligrams, and I worked my way up to 30, and then now, and with my psychiatrist building my way up, now I'm on 60. And that's what I've been on since, I want to say January? Yeah, since January I've been on 60. To be honest, I think I need the maximum. So the maximum they can give you is 70, but it's, the thing about stimulant medication is your heart rate goes up a bit, and I don't want to risk because my heart rate's higher than it used to be because of the medication, and I don't want to kind of risk cardiac arrest, so I don't really want to push it. It's just part of like a bigger thing of trying to understand myself, because I think everyone's a bit confused and COVID and stuff, and I think that when a lot of the things that you love and a lot of the things that you used to do are kind of taken away, I don't think it's even the part where they're taken away that's hard, it's when they're taken away and then another form of society is just like given back to you, and then you're just kind of there and you're like, what's left? What am I meant to do? What am I meant to like? So things like having an ADHD diagnosis and being on medication and using the time to go on hopefully the right dosage, I'm hoping it makes the next stage better, but I don't know. I live on my own. Should I say that? Don't know. It's a bit of a weird one for lockdown, isn't it? As horrible as the virus is, and as traumatic as it is, I think a lot of people secretly liked the fact that the decisions were made for them. I can't speak for everyone, but this is what I think. I think a lot of people liked that. There's no pressure to kind of go out and things. Don't get me wrong, I think that people didn't like not going out, but I think people also don't like feeling like they have to when they don't want to, if that makes sense. I think that at the beginning of the pandemic, everyone was like, it's gonna be any normal, people are gonna love staying in, and you know, but now that things are opening up again, that it's actually a lot more like people are let loose. And maybe I'm naive to think that things might be a bit different, but it is, I feel like it's a bit rabid. Not that people aren't allowed to do that, people are entitled to do that, it's just not what I thought would happen. And I think that it's just been a bit, it's that whole, there's a dilemma that everyone had before the pandemic, and it was like, what should I do? What should I be? Is it not exciting to be going out every night? What if I just want to watch Sit In and watch Corrie? I've just not been going out, and it's not necessarily because of COVID that I'm not going. I'm just not making those certain plans. I'm seeing my friends, but I'm not going out regularly. And it's really weird because I've just been walking through town, and it feels like it kind of felt like, you know, when you're on holiday and you're walking through the city and you're very much outside of it and you're not part of it. And maybe it's just me projecting, but I I don't know. Like, I don't know if, because like people were doing jigsaw puzzles and stuff last year, and you weren't being seen as boring, you know. It was, oh, that's nice, everyone's doing that, oh, that's cool, yes, do a jigsaw puzzle. Now it's kind of back to that, oh, am I boring if I don't go out? Am I expected to go out? And I think it's something that I think people would struggle with. I mean, I don't know many people talking about it. Maybe everyone's fine, but besides that, it's really nice having my diagnosis, and it's nice having my medication. It's not easy. There's still things that are really difficult. It's kind of like an answer to a question, right? And the medication, like I said in my last video, it just kind of like clicks you into place in a similar way to caffeine, but for an extended period of time. Gotta screw the leg into one. Oh, put one at the bottom. No. So with the medication, I mean, there's side effects that come with it, obviously. The main thing the medication does, it means it allows me to do my job. It makes me focus a lot better, like during work. I still have a lot of thoughts, and my brain still works really fast. Some days maybe a bit faster, but it's almost like there's tracks, and like I can kind of choose what to focus on. Like, while sometimes my brain might go really fast, it can stay on one topic for a bit longer. So the ADHD is still there. It doesn't like cure you, but it just helps you like pick between tasks. To use another ball analogy, because you all know I like those. If you saw my last video, I described my thoughts as like bouncy balls, and how there's lots of them in a room, and how only one of them you're meant to focus on, and one of them is the one you're meant to be like hitting on a target. If I wanted to describe the medication, imagine like a chest of drawers. So there's still all those bouncy balls, but you're able to kind of like stuff the thoughts in this big chest of drawers in the right compartment. Sometimes they'll overflow. Sometimes you'll only put one thought, one bouncy ball in a drawer. Sometimes you can't keep it shut, you know? It's not perfect, but there's some sort of system in place where you kind of know where everything should be in a given moment. I think it's hard because I don't want to, because I can only give my experiences, like I'm not a doctor, and if you're gonna go down the medication route, just speak to, because everyone's different, speak to a doctor. I'm not gonna go too far into the side effects just because it's a difficult one. You can look it up, but they're not bad side effects for me anyway. It's stuff I can live with. I do crash in the day though, so I'll take my medication. It's different if I have it with breakfast, it's different if I have it before breakfast, but I'll take my medication, and am I doing this right? I feel like I'm not doing this right. No, they're all the same. But I'll take medication, and then it kind of peaks at lunchtime, and then I crash in the evening. Just like really, like imagine like a caffeine crash, but a lot more extreme and like longer. Yeah, so I'll crash in the evening, and then yeah, if I exercise, that kind of subsides the crash. Let's say I go for a jog, which I had been doing at the beginning. Now I try, keyword try, to do like Nintendo Ring Fit for an hour. But yeah, let's say I go for a jog at lunchtime. It kind of pushes the crash, because it gives you, I don't know what it releases. Maybe it releases dopamine, but it pushes you. And then the crash might come at like 10 PM or 9, 10, 11 PM. And what I found is, if you time everything right, you eat right, if I've got all the things in the right place, you'll crash around bedtime, which is great, hooray. But if I don't exercise, for example, or if I take it without food, eat my breakfast after I've had my medication, then I will crash earlier. So it's a bit of a fine balance, and it's one I'm still kind of working on, to be honest. I've got my doctor checkup. Oh yeah, I should update you on that. So basically, I was, as we know, I was going private for my medication, and then I'm now on shared care. So what happened is the prescription just moves over to the NHS, which means that my prescriptions are just the normal £9.35, which is amazing. But there is a caveat. Every kind of 6 months or so, I have to get checked up to make sure my blood pressure, my weight, my heart and stuff are all okay. And then if it's kind of decided that my dosage isn't right, I've got to go back to the private psychiatrist and then kind of get me on the right dosage. I'm hoping it's all right, but I think that I should actually be on more, to be honest. But I'm a slightly lower dosage than I think I need, because of I'm keeping an eye on my heart. So yeah. I have a Fitbit now as well, hilarious. This has changed my life. I keep a track of my sleep, my heart rate. I think for anyone, if you are going to go on medication, or anyone in general, please get a Fitbit or an Apple Watch if you can, because tracking your heart rate is really good, because I can see when, you can just see when the medication is having more of an effect, or when you've exercised and you've you've worked out your heart to subside and you kind of crash, and how it affects your sleep, because it's basically like really strong caffeine in a way. So if you're not careful, you can stay up all night. Ta-da, the base. You know what? I like this as a table. I like this. So it's just gonna have a door, and then I can put my records in. This might fit all my records. I have about 50 at the moment. It might fit them all, but we will see. Because at the moment I've been using the ottoman. So first I was using this case, outgrew the case, and now I'm using the ottoman, which isn't ideal because you have to look down and you kind of bend the records as you're flicking through them. And then if I put it on the shelf with the door, they're protected from the sun and you can see them, so you don't have to bend them as you're flicking through. I love it. Oh no, don't be wobbly. It's wobbly. But yeah, I mean, if anyone wants to comment how you are, please do. It's weird. Oh, it's always weird having the one-sided conversation. But yeah, I don't really know what this channel is going to do. I was thinking about having a second channel because I feel like I can be like a human TED Talk. I mean, TED Talks are human. What am I talking about? I was thinking about having, I guess I kind of lecture my friends, and I feel like I'm annoying myself. Because like something that comes is that if I'm passionate about something, or I think it will benefit other people, or if it's something I find really interesting, I just don't have an off button. I just don't have an off button, and it just gives me like, it just makes me a bit insecure sometimes, and it's something I've been working on. I've been trying to have like a switch in gears, like, okay, do I need to say this? Or it's really hard to know where, no, Melina, you're passionate about this, you're hyperactive, it's okay to kind of get excited about this, versus you're putting a lot into this situation, which might end up in you not getting what you want back and reacting badly and being sad, or feeling embarrassed that you got excited about something. So I don't know what the right answer is. And I was thinking, if I have an outlet a bit like this, or a second channel where I can just ramble, I don't always get the thoughts out, I guess, and then I can kind of filter, oh, this person actually wants to know this, you know? But we'll see. We will see. Let's not make any promises, Melina. Yeah, and then so I had counselling as well. It's tricky, because you don't necessarily go to counselling for ADHD, I guess. You can, because ADHD can, ADHD, that's a chair for my plant. ADHD can like kind of affect you in different ways, and so you can, but you wouldn't just go for it, you know, you wouldn't just go for that. Yeah, I think it's really important to kind of look back at your own life and things that get you down and think, okay, was this in my control? Was this a chemical reaction? Was this me? How did I react to a situation, you know? Because I think that it's easier to blame the world. You feel more doomed if you blame the world for your problems, right? Because it's out of your control, but it's hard to explain. Like, it's hard to admit where the way you reacted to something, or your opinion on something, or what you projected onto something, it's hard to admit that that made a situation feel worse. But then there could be a situation that's bad, but you were already sad about one aspect of it when you didn't need to be, and it made things so much worse. Don't know if that makes sense. Maybe I just sound like a pretentious twat, but you know, we're here, we're alive. The hell is this? Gotcha. But yeah, I've been working from home, which has been interesting because it's a new job, so I don't really know anyone. I don't know, it's tricky. It's hard when you start a new job anyway. It can be quite alienating when you are working from home because, I don't know, there's a rapport, isn't there, with everyone else, and this isn't with you, and you don't really know where your place is. So it can be lonely, but again, it's something I'm getting used to, and I think most jobs at the moment that are working from home, if you get a new job, it's not going to be any better. But it's something that I think actually I'm getting to know my team a lot better as time goes on, and I think that hopefully when we eventually meet in person, hopefully it will feel like we know each other already, and we'll be the best of friends forever and ever. Yeah. I don't know, I don't really have much to talk about. I don't know. I'm kind of working on the rejection sensitivity stuff. I think that it's hard, and I think that, again, it's a really tricky balance of knowing where people should accommodate for you and where you should, like, not step up, but where you should accommodate, where you should like make accommodations yourself, you know? Because I think when it's closer to when I first got diagnosed, it was very much, I have this, I'm sensitive, people should like change how they act around me because I've got this and I can't control it. But actually, for me anyway, it's become more useful to before any situations happen, try really hard to just have that extra step, that extra gear to go, okay, here's the situation I'm in, what am I going to say, how might someone react to this, and then think about all the scenarios, which sounds really like weird and Doctor Strangey, but I know, I'm doing a lot better than I was a couple of months ago. I think I struggled a bit. I think living alone, I think I always say this, living alone just projects exactly how you're feeling. So whether that be good or bad, if you're feeling happy, you're over the moon, you're running around the whole flat. If you're feeling really sad, you just cry for no reason. Like, I was listening to, I said this in my first counselling session, I was listening to Tracy Chapman Fast Car like a couple of months ago, and I just started crying. But you know what, it is a sad song. It's a very sad song. I think, I don't know what this wants from me. What do you want from me? Okay, we got this. Can't think what else is a good update to have. Don't know, it's tricky. I think that it's easy to go into any kind of diagnosis or anything like that and think it's going to solve everything. No, I kind of did. But I think because I started off on a lower dosage of medication and worked my way up, you just kind of feel it as it goes along, and you kind of realise, oh, this is how it works. It's not going to fix everything. Yeah. I mean, I'm someone with a lot of complexes, which if I carry on with this kind of video, you'll discover. What was interesting is, there's my ADHD, and I've gone into detail about how it's affected me and how I struggle with it. And it's tricky when you're trying to be serious. It's like, watch the YouTube video, everyone, it's fine. How are you today? Watch the YouTube video. People don't take you seriously, do they? But yeah, it's interesting having my diagnosis. It's interesting seeing how the medication affects me, right? And how it, not fixes isn't the right word, but how it helps, you know? So the medication, no, help me. Yeah, but the medication helps, right? It's not fixed, nothing fixes the ADHD in my humble opinion. My non-scientific opinion, you can't fix it. It's just part of me, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Yeah, my ADHD is a huge part of me, and I think that if someone can't get their head around it, they can't get their head around me. I don't know. There we go. I don't know, there's no structure to this. I planned my last video, like I had loads of notes for my ADHD video. You can probably tell, it's a lot more professional than this one. Despite the lighting changes in the last video, I'm sorry. I didn't record it in one. I kept like cutting, rather than just recording and chopping it down. I just like did lots of little videos and then smushed them together. But every time I cut, the exposure and stuff on the camera would change. And you'd think I would have foresaw that. I have a film degree. 3 years of film school. And I didn't think of that. So never mind. So what happened was the lighting was always different. So I tried to balance it. Is it on, what's it called? Oh my god. Movie Maker. And didn't work. I mean, it worked a bit, but it wasn't great. It was better than if I did nothing, but god. I was just being lazy. I just wanted the video up because I could kind of be more open about it with people who had seen it. But no, yeah, I was just really touched. I sound quite aloof at the moment. I think I'm just tired, but it just made me so happy that people actually watched the video and they listened to like my story, or that they told me theirs, you know. People who have just been really struggling, and just knowing that someone that they know has gone through that thing and they're not alone, connecting with these people. Yeah, not a lot to add. I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm not gonna divulge how long I've been here for, because frankly it's embarrassing. But here's my cupboard. I know it's meant to be a life update, but look at that, isn't that perfect? So this is what I have been using. Literally an ottoman, which isn't the best for my records. They deserve better. And as someone paranoid of warping, I need better. So I've got this with the door. I think I need to put something at the back, because so they don't push through. This isn't a record collection video. I might do one of those in the future, but for now, I'm gonna fill this up. Wow, I wonder if all my records will fit. I hope there's some space. Oh, she's filling, Ugh. Oh. this is actually making my week. This is sad. This is sad. This makes me so happy. Also notice the plastic covers if you ever buy records. Newbies, look after your records, because if you don't look after your records, you'll find out the hard way, and you're difficult, and you'll warp that one record that you're never going to find again, and then it's going to cost you so much to replace, and then once you've spent loads on it, you're going to go on like Facebook Marketplace and someone will be selling it for like a tenner. So look after your records. You know, I'm being a bit haphazard at the moment. This is thrilling, guys. Oh my god. I say guys as if anyone's watching this. But yeah, I mean, if you're one of the 100 people who is subscribed, tell me what kind of videos I should make. I don't know, I always want to do the whole YouTube thing, but it's hard. Because I feel like I don't really have a niche. I have a lot of hobbies. There's a lot of things I could talk about. But I think it will be a good outlet. I think it's a good outlet for anyone, to be honest. I think they're gonna fit perfectly, my friends. With a little bit of room. Oh my goodness. Because now I've got a lot of the ones I really wanted. I don't buy that many anymore. I'm kind of working through like the essential albums now. I've got my like weird specific ones. We're done. Look at this. Look at the, tell me that isn't the best storage. Shut the door. They're nice and protected. That makes me so happy. So yeah, that's me. That's like a very mini life update where I didn't really say much. It got darker and I built a shelf. Yeah, that's it. Have a lovely day. Yeah, I mean, I might be back, I might not be back soon, who knows, if I can think of a video to make. I wanted to kind of put something out there because I think I like all those channels where they just like sit and talk and do something else, and I think for me it'll be quite cathartic. But yes, so I will see you around. Yeah, get in touch if you want to chat about things. What a terrible exit. Goodbye.